Welcome to Beautiful Salvage. If you have watched before, you know that we love creating something new from old junk. Today we are in the workshop and our challenge is to create a Christmas tablescape from random junk. Customers donate random items to us in hopes that we can create something beautiful. We are up to the challenge. Join us while we make a beautiful Christmas tablescape from random junk. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more inspiration. Check out our Facebook page or shop online at beautifulsalvage.com. Hello! Welcome to the Beautiful Salvage Workshop. We are coming to you today with a junk box challenge. So those of you who don't know what a junk box challenge is, it is where a customer donates a box full of random junk around their home and challenges us to make home decor. So today we are doing that with a little twist. We are making a Christmas tablescape from all of this decor that was donated. And it was donated from two different sources. So we have some from a leftover junk box, so thank you Tammy, and some from a new junk box. Thank you Ashley for donating all this fun stuff. And we will go through it all, show you what we have in the box, and show you the process of recreating it. So I will get started. The first thing that I'm excited about is this really outdated shelf. It looks like it's almost like a CD shelf, or I don't know.
Or small books.
Or just a small little shelf.
Elf books.
And it has these hearts on it, which are really outdated. So I have this idea of making a centerpiece for the table and setting it down like this and cutting the shape of a sleigh out of it, and then putting this, what else is in the box? This cabinet door was also given to us, and I'm going to set this on top of the shelf, making a sleigh for the center of the table. So that's my idea. We'll see how it turns out. So who wants to go next?
Okay, well, we have a set of these TV trays, which are really cool and vintage looking, but we're painting them in a creamy white color, and they're going to be like placemats on the table for the tablescape.
And then I'm going to do a table runner with some beautiful cloth that I wanted to steal from Amy when I saw it. But it washed up nicely, and so we're going to make napkins and table runner. And then we're going to use some of the other fabric for baskets that are here for like bread baskets.
Yeah. So speaking of bread baskets, so these two baskets came in the junk box. So we're just gonna make bread baskets for the tablescape, and this one it has like a bunch of colorful beads on it, so we'll take that off. And then we also have old hardware that came in the junk box, so it's these, and so we'll add these to the baskets just for a little detail on the baskets, and then put Angie's cloth for over the bread or whatever inside the baskets. So we'll do that.
Okay, I'm not sure what this was. Maybe a nutcracker? I don't really know.
I think it was.
It
Because
might
I
have
can
been.
remember them in this old Sears catalog. I'm that old.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's,
No,
wow,
it
wow.
It must have been a Christmas nutcracker.
Yeah,
because,
it was in the catalog. I saw it.
Yeah, because I just recently went thrifting and I saw one of those, which was funny, with a Christmas arrangement in the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a cute idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to take the top nutcracker part off, and then we're going to clean this up. Well, there's part of it gone. We're going to clean this up just to decide whether or not it needs a little paint on it, or if we can just leave it rustic, and then it's going to be like a spot where you'd put your sparkling cider or something to drink.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, what do I
I'll
want
do
to go?
the candlesticks. They've obviously been used. But we're going to take the heat gun and get the wax off it, and then we're going to doll it up with more paint, gilded or whatever, so we have light.
Yes, a good tablescape usually
Always has
has
light.
candle light somewhere, so.
And there's two of them, so.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, three of them. Oh, this one's short.
Yeah. All right, let's see, I'll take these. So these must have been, I don't know, trivets. I'm not really sure what they were used for, but it looks like there was some sort of ceramic tile in there. And what I'm going to do is make them into trivets for maybe the smaller one, salt and pepper, and then the bigger one, a pan or a bowl of something to serve. But then take and use strips of wood for the center in order to set things on there. So,
Cute.
Yeah.
All right. And then we have multiple trees, which we are going to paint if they need paint. And then we're going to add a little clip on them. And you can put your name on them in front of your place. It's like a place card holder for your table, right in front of your place city.
They have napkin rings too, so we're going to use some of this stripping and make napkin rings out of it. Put round napkins.
Yeah, so this was given to us in one of the junk boxes. I think it's for like fixing laminate furniture, maybe.
Or making baskets.
Or make a
It's
basket.
almost like a
Basket.
tobacco basket material, but then it has some backing on it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah. And then there's a little sign left over, and we'll probably just change this sign into a little Christmas sign for on top of the table. And then lastly, we have this copper in here, and I'm just gonna add this to my sled because I have the perfect idea of how to add that to my sled to probably cover up the heart pattern, if you remember that heart pattern on those shelves. So that's what we have today. We have a lot to do. So
I want that copper. I want to make some
Isn't
jewelry out
I
of
love
it.
that copper.
Isn't it beautiful? It's really
Yeah.
beautiful copper. I don't know what it was
Do
from.
you have any
but
left over? Can I have it?
maybe. Let's see.
I'm fighting for it.
All right, let's get started. To take the wax off the candle pedestals, Julie used a heat gun to soften the wax and then scraped the wax off. A lot of the paint had come off, so she repainted them with a metallic paint. Angie later put the finishing touches on them by adding some ribbon and some antique brass buttons. To make the trivets, I had originally thought I would cut strips of wood to fill the forms, but that proved to be a bit more difficult than I thought with the rounded edges. Instead, I decided to use some old sealing tin that I had. I traced the shape and then cut them out using a tin snips. I used a waterproof Mod Podge to seal them and then glued them in place with hot glue.
What I did with this is I took and laid out the material, and I looked up on the internet, of course, to make sure I had the right napkin size, and I chose to do 16 inches per napkin because I will easily get 6 out of this piece. The first thing I did was I cut off this trim part here because you want to be able to fray this. So you just kind of make sure you cut it straight. As I measured 17 by 17 because I want to have a 1/2 inch tray on each piece of napkin.
Once Angie cut all the napkins out and made sure the table runner was cut, she sewed a zigzag stitch along the edges to prevent the material from fraying anymore. Julie and I both agreed that our trees needed a little bit of texture, so we brainstormed and dug in my craft supplies and found this adhesive sealing tile from the Dollar Tree. Once she cut the tree shapes out, she noticed the sticky backing was falling off the plastic tiles. She decided to just remove the backing and use small upholstery tacks to attach them to the trees. She then painted the trees in a beautiful green color. Once the paint was dry, we used gold rub and buff to bring out the textured detail on the tile. For the TV tray place settings, I first prepped them by doing a light scuff sanding and drilled holes where the hardware was going to go. I painted them with a Rust-Oleum chiffon cream spray paint and made sure they had an even coat. Once the paint was dry, I stenciled the saying, "Jingle all the way." I thought this was a cute theme since there would be a sled in the middle of the table. I love the idea of a TV tray place setting, especially for those of us who serve Christmas dinner buffet style. People can just grab a tray and bring it up to the buffet line. For the last detail on the trays, I added some rub and buff gold to the edges, sealed them with a spray clear coat, and added the hardware. I will show you the finished results and how beautiful everything looks together on the table at the very end. Sticking with the same paint colors, using chiffon cream for our anchoring color, the moss green for our secondary color, and the brassy tones of the rub and buff really helped this tablescape to have a cohesive look. The biggest project from this box was making the sled centerpiece. I first measured out where I needed to cut. I have a drafting stencil that was a perfect shape to create the shape of the sled skis. And here is where things got a little messy. I think I was just cruising along a little too fast and actually traced and cut the two sides opposite from one another. Oh my goodness, I just had to laugh at myself. I decided that the easiest way to fix the situation was to cut the end off and flip it around and use Bondo to reattach it. I am so thankful that it worked, and today you would never know what kind of silly mistake I made. After everything was cut and glued back together, I used my pneumatic sprayer and painted the bottom of the sled with the chiffon cream. I then attached the copper stripping along the top of the hearts. I used the cabinet door for the top of the sled and painted it in the moss green. I also put hardware on the sides to look like handles for the sled. And of course, to tie the piece in even more with the rest of the tablescape, I added some of the gold rub and buff along the edges. Angie added the antique hardware to the bread basket by going through the weaves with the bolts. I didn't get very good video of the napkin rings being made, but Angie made a figure 8 with the wood stripping. To attach the ends, she used a dab of hot glue and also stapled them into place. To add a perfect finishing touch, she glued antique buttons to the center. So we are done creating. It took us quite a while today, but we had lunch in between, so that helped. We'll go through everything, and then at the very end I will show you on video how I did this into a tablescape. So first of all, my sled, which I'm not completely finished with. I need to attach the cabinet to the base of the sled, but give you a glimpse of what it will look like. So it turned into that. It's pretty cute. And I just need to attach the top part to the bottom, and then seal it because it's all chalk paint. So that was one of my big projects for this junk box.
We had the candles, and I put a ribbon and a button on them. Julie took the wax off. Thank you, Julie.
Oh, you're welcome. We have the trees that started out, these started out white. We decided to paint them green with some gold, and it turned out so cute. We have some cute ceiling tile looking attachment there. Amy may or may not put the clip on there for the name tags on the place. We're still deciding on that.
And I did 6 of these trays. And I stenciled them. They say jingle all the way. And then I'm putting these little handles on, but I need to pick up some bolts for them that are small enough. But so it's not quite finished yet, but close.
Well, then I worked on the napkins and the napkin rings, and I made the frayed napkins, and then the napkin rings, we put a button on them because it kind of matches the calendar, or candles. Not the calendar, but it's close to Christmas. And then the little basket with the little handles on there, I put it through the wicker, and then I hot glued it a little bit too, but it does have the screw on it, so.
Yeah, it just adds a cute little element to the basket. Mm-hmm.
All right, you might remember that this used to be the nutcracker, and we took the nutcracker part off of it, and then we had just the perfect size ribbon to go around that. Really shined it up, and it matches the gold candlesticks. Isn't that pretty? So you can put perhaps a bottle in there, or whatever you'd like. Maybe a mason jar with a candle in it. Or...
And I did these trivets, and as you saw, I ended up using an old ceiling tile for them. And then I also used the gold robin buff along the edges. So those turned out really cute.
And the little tin that had multicolored button or trinkets on it, took those off and added a pretty handle, and then we can put our bread in there for
Christmas dinner.
Yeah, yep. And then one last thing is we did this little sign, so it will sit on the sleigh in the middle of the table. So we're excited to put it all into a tablescape, and you'll see that at the end. Thank you so much for watching. We've had a lot of fun with this junk box challenge. All right, so that sums up what we did today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you like what you saw. We also have an online store at beautifulsalvage.com, and then you can also come visit us in our store at our boutique in Brainerd Baxter. It's located on Edgewood Drive, right next to Grizzly's Restaurant. We'd love to have you in. We're open from Wednesday through Saturday from 11 to 4. So we hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Bye! Sometimes, from the simplest things, beauty can be found. We hope that we have inspired you to create something beautiful and that you have had a fun time watching the transformations. Please like and subscribe to our channel and have a beautiful Christmas season.